Tapi itulah macam I pernah lah macam tengok-tengok balik-balik kan all the eczema products kan. Kadang dia punya ingredient ni simple je.
Yes.
Tak adalah macam banyak sangat benda mengarut dekat dalam tu. Just a simple, for example, maybe ada butter, maybe ada like what else kalau untuk eczema, apa lagi untuk eczema?
Can have liquid paraffin, can have butter, can have aqueous cream, macam tu. Vitamin E. There are also vitamin B, which is excellent for eczema. Ceramide is good for eczema.
Ceramide,
So cuba tengok those kind of range. Kalau dapat something yang ada semua ni, of course it's going to be great for you. That's what I mean.
So maksudnya you bukan sekadar kena belajar berkenaan cari tangani. Okay,
Yes.
ingredient semua nak kena belajar juga.
Kena belajar, kena pilih yang betul. Jangan terikut-ikut orang. You know, try to see siapa yang cakap betul tak, apa yang ada dalamnya. Kalau you take the cream lepas tu ada pewarna, dah tahu memang tak boleh, benda tu memang tak boleh. Atau the fragrance, rose fragrance lah, jasmine fragrance lah, ada juga dia orang market for eczema. It doesn't work. Yeah.
Tapi itulah I rasa sebagai orang yang ada eczema kan, diorang dalam keadaan yang betul-betul terdesak tau.
Betul.
Betul-betul like apa ni orang kata, bila you ada masalah eczema, kulit kering, dia like macam mana cakap, bila you keluar orang akan nampak tau. Contoh kalau especially kalau dekat muka ke, dekat tangan ke, orang akan tanya. So diorang memang sangat terdesak, dalam keadaan yang terdesak.
Yes.
So kesian. So apa saja yang orang bagi tahu, diorang akan macam okay lah nak try lah.
No,
okay lah, nak try.
they need a doctor in the team.
Betul.
Diorang need someone in their corner who have a proper understanding macam mana nak plan treatment diorang. Okay. And bukan saja patient and family patient, community kita kena baik sikit.
Betul.
Kena lebihkan diorang punya knowledge about eczema. Eczema bukan satu penyakit berjangkit. So walaupun orang tu ada eczema, kita pergi peluk dia ke, pegang dia ke, kita tak mungkin akan kena eczema. Okay? This is something you all have to understand.
Yes, betul.
Banyak patient, actually children yang pergi sekolah, bila diorang ada masalah kulit macam tu, anak-anak lain tak nak kawan dengan dia.
Betul.
Sebab ibu ayah anak-anak diorang tu, okay, diorang very scared. Janganlah nanti terkena ke anak I.
Yes.
No, eczema is not that. Eczema tak mungkin berjangkit. So they have to understand that. And belah ni pula, you all kena maintain satu treatment and maintenance routine. So kita boleh kawal sebanyak yang boleh. And please talk to the doctors. Let's say memang eczema ni kebanyakannya, kalau atopic dermatitis macam tu kan, diorang nak main sports, very hot, sweating, benda tu boleh trigger, boleh flare. So you can talk to the doctors, we can give you letters. Kalau you nak main indoor games ke, still okay, you can consider. Macam tu lah. Lifestyle modification tu penting.
Kesiannya. Especially kalau dia kena dekat early stage, like baru nak membesar.
Correct. My biggest challenge with children yang ada eczema is talking to the parents untuk ubah cara pemakanan mereka. Basic tau. Jangan bagi a lot of fast food, jangan bagi benda-benda yang manis sangat. To get these two, sebab dua-dua ni akan lebih meradangkan. Okay, not only for eczema. Benda yang manis macam ni, bergula lah, high chocolates lah and all this kan, dia boleh meradangkan. Whatever health condition yang kita ada, dia boleh meradangkan dan make it worse. Eczema even directly dia boleh lagi teruk, you know. So the parents, for them to let go, this is the biggest issue. Yeah, so anak tu menangis, lepas tu satu lagi dia ada coklat, dia ni tak ada coklat, that's why it starts lah.
Tapi kalau dah case macam tu, parents pun nak kena berubah juga.
Betul.
Jangan nak makan depan.
Yes, yeah. This is what I'm trying to counsel them. But tu they will like, oh lah kesiannya doktor. Actually bukan kesian, lagi kesian sebab you bagi dia coklat.
Betul.
Bagi fast food, anak tu baru 2 tahun. And this time you already introduce all this fast food lah, high calorie chocolates lah, benda yang sweet lah, satu hari 3 kali KitKat lah. That's not normal lah. That's not you sayang anak, terbalik. You know what I mean?
Betul.
So bukan saja kalau anak tu kena ada eczema baru nak follow ni. Everybody should follow that. Yeah, so that is where our medical team also kena counsel banyak dekat situ. Because benda ni bukan saja patient, satu family kena tukar.
I think that's very difficult lah. Sebab like macam pergi mana-mana, there's always snacks around you. Pergi pasar raya ada,
Betul.
pergi nak isi minyak pun ada. Okay, kalau macam doktor sendiri kan. Okay, macam mana how you guide lah your children untuk
I don't
go
eat those
into
things. So they never seen me eating a fast food. Burger ke atau pizza ke.
They follow the lead lah.
You can very easily influence them if we do it right. So me, my husband, we don't eat fast food. So for them, kita cook home cook full meal, natural food. Try to provide them a home cooked meal lah, macam tu. Okay, so diorang dah biasa dengan tu. When they want to go out, you take a bite of some. Of course, benda ni kita tak boleh elakkan tau. Like the other day, they had this birthday party in his preschool. Lepas tu mak baby yang birthday tu, dia belikan McD, Happy Meal untuk semua orang. So my baby, for a boy, he took a bite. He said, too salty mama, I can't eat it. Sebab dia dah biasa dengan what a natural food should feel like. Okay, super added with salt and super added with all the sweet things, dia dah tak boleh nak telan.
That's good.
Yeah, so that's how we start. That's how we start. So at least we get them to feel and taste and how it feels to eat something natural, something lebih. Sepatutnya itu yang sedap.
Betul.
Sepatutnya, because after the food you feel so good, energy you bagus, you are so happy, you don't feel letih. Pernah tengok tak lepas makan nasi ganda? You know, I mean, even we all lah. Okay?
Betul,
Kalau
betul.
makanan kita dah over calorie atau terlalu banyak manis ke apa, lepas tu how's your energy?
Yes,
Balik
drop.
office bukan boleh kerja. You know what I mean? Yeah. So children need to understand that. I have 3 families now yang kita tengah counsel cara nak makan. So now they are Cloud9 dengan KitKat lah. Dia orang punya daily tau. Every single day dia orang balik dari kerja, sebelum pergi tengok anak, stop by KK Mart, beli baru pergi. So now they're changing, they're buying fruits. They're buying strawberries, they're buying benda macam tu, yogurt. Bukan nak cakap jangan bawa apa-apa, kesian juga. Change. Yeah.
Alright, okay. Banyak kita dapat lah input about food, okay?
Food, yeah.
Tapi macam doktor cakap tadi kan, okay, kita punya eczema ni might be triggered disebabkan oleh allergy kita.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. So of course dia boleh datang daripada part pemakanan.
Betul.
Alright, okay. So adakah semua orang, okay, ada allergic terhadap benda yang sama? Like macam apa yang dengar, orang yang ada eczema, oh you tak boleh makan tepung, you tak boleh makan seafood, udang semua tak boleh makan, you tak boleh makan telur sebab it might trigger your eczema. Adakah semua orang macam tu ataupun itu cuma mitos je?
Mitos.
Okay,
see ya. Eczema kan dia ada trigger factor kan. Stress, berpeluh, pollens, animal dander, semua ni trigger kan. Ada juga food yang boleh trigger. Kalau orang tu ada allergy kepada food tu. Bukan semua orang. Okay, so I have a few patients yang diorang ada allergic rhinitis, lepas tu ada eczema, lepas tu diorang buat blood test. Okay, allergy blood test untuk tengok apa yang allergy mereka. Kalau allergy egg satu je lah dia tak boleh makan. Kita check macam beef, chicken, nuts. Kalau tak ada allergy semua ni, makan lah. Another bad thing is about gluten sensitivity. Kalau seseorang tu ada gluten sensitivity, of course you tak boleh makan benda bergluten. Yang tak ada gluten sensitivity, no need. It's not going to trigger allergy dekat kita. Kalau for any other reason you nak avoid gluten, up to you. But it's not the villain. Kalau kita tengok dekat social media, they like to just hook on one thing. Yes, benda betul. Tu dah finish, tak boleh. Kata, kalau ada eczema tu tak boleh makan. Bukan sama untuk semua orang.
Cuma yang sama about the sugar lah kan?
Sugar sebab dia meradangkan. Orang yang tak ada eczema pun sugar akan meradangkan. Orang yang ada gout, dia lepaskan sugar dia, gout dia semakin better. Okay, orang yang ada acne, lepaskan sugar, acne becomes better. Orang yang ada IBS, dia masalah macam perut lah, okay, dia lepaskan sugar, IBS gets better. Sebab dia meradangkan, dia bukan spesifik kepada satu. So that is bab sugar and fast food. Okay, memang unhealthy lah benda tu kan. That's it. Kalau you want to eat chicken soup, you need to eat. Kesian, I have seen so many children sebab ibu ayah diorang terikut-ikut sangat apa yang dekat social media, tak pernah jumpa dengan seorang doktor, or even if you can't find a doctor in like face to face whenever you need some advice, look for doctors who are on social media. There are banyak dermatologists who talk about eczema.
Yes,
Dengarlah dia orang punya podcast ke, you know, rather than following don't know who, you know, you have to make smart choices tau. End of the day tak boleh nak salahkan semua orang kat luar. Tapi yang keluarkan duit beli tu siapa? You know, so you are the one pressing the last button.
Betul.
Nak dapatkan, okay lah, buat keputusan I nak cuba ni. So take your advice tu from a valid source. You know.
Alright. So it's very important sebenarnya. Yang paling penting sebenarnya terus jumpa doktor. Dapat consultation.
Yes. Basic tu like
Bukan
what I
trial
said.
and error lah.
Yes, jangan trial and error. Like basic maintenance tu kan kita dah bagi tahu. That is it. Kalau you nak tahu lebih, okay, cara pemakanan mana yang lebih, I rasa mungkin dia ada food allergy, I don't know which food allergy. Okay, we can do a allergy test untuk you. Then you can find out apa mana satu. Or you need a treatment cream. Or treatment cream yang tengah ada ni tak jalan, so you want something better. Atau nak rujukkan kepada dermatologist. These are the things we can help you with. Banyak ada advancements yang boleh digunakan, phototherapy dah ada, injectable medications dah ada, banyak boleh bantu.
Alright, okay. So as doktor yang pernah merawat eczema, of course doktor pernah merawat pesakit, dapatkan dia punya allergic test and everything kan. Ada tak case di mana seseorang tu mengalami allergic terhadap semua yang ada dekat list tu, semua dia allergic?
Almost all lah. Tak pernah ada semua, tapi almost all. The baby is only 14 months. I know. It's so, but 14 months is very young.
Yes.
Dia ada food allergy and also ada eczema and a lot of other allergy issues. Dia sebenarnya under a pediatrician. Dia datang kat klinik kita untuk buat allergy test sahaja. So lepas allergy test, so we co-manage lah dengan pediatrician tu. Pediatrician jumpa dia pediatric dermatologist sebenarnya. Dia orang juga ada bantuan dari immunologist. So tengah cuba untuk sensitization. That's why I said, when you are with a doctor who is referring you, okay, nampak tak pelbagai bantuan dia dah ada dah. Okay, so I'm seeing him once a month. The pediatrician is seeing 6 months once. The immunologist maksudnya doktor yang dah tahu dia ni ada allergy, dia cuba apa yang dia boleh untuk sensitizekan, sebab dia banyak sangat allergy, takkan dia tak boleh nak makan apa-apa.
Betul.
Okay, so you see the group of medical team working for the baby, and baby is doing so well now. Yes, that's why I say dapatkan bantuan yang betul, dapatkan rawatan yang betul. You need the right doctors to help you.
Bila dah allergic almost everything tu, is there any chance yang in the future bila dia dah makin membesar, dia punya allergic tu akan reduce?
That is what the immunologist is doing. So dia akan contoh lah for allergic rhinitis, dah tahu katakan debu, ada 3 jenis debu dah dekat maybe carpet ke dekat rumah ke, so when we take the blood we will see. So we will advise lifestyle modification tau. So orang tu mungkin dekat rumah dia tak boleh ada curtain, sofa fabric semua tak boleh, carpet semua tak boleh, macam tu lah, soft toy semua out, macam tu. Then there is a kind of thing that you can spray underneath your tongue. Tapi dia kena continuously every single day for 3 years. 3 tahun, 3 years. Ya. So macam tu, apa yang kita spray sebenarnya adalah antigen yang dia tengah allergy tu. Tapi in microdose.
So, like you allergic towards dust and then you spray the dust.
Betul. In a form that it is acceptable and dose dia low.
Tapi eczema itself tu memang sangat-sangat menyakitkan.
Betul.
Okay, tak boleh tidur.
Betul.
Sometimes, okay, kalau in that situation lah, contoh you have like very itchy, dry skin kan, okay, garu, like scratch is like making it worse, betul?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
yes.
so what we can do, dekat rumah apa kita boleh buat selain dapatkan, of course, like kalau contoh dapatkan steroid and everything kan as a treatment, okay, but it takes time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the meanwhile apa yang kita boleh buat, like
Okay. That is what I call a flare lah.
Aha,
Flare. So
flare.
dia bayangkan macam tengah fire dah.
yes.
Okay. So time tu kita perlukan ubat untuk put off the fire.
Mhm.
So nak letak air ke apa semua, moisturizer ke, mungkin dia akan jadi a bit better, tapi it's not going to make it go away. Once dah ada flare, you need treatment cream. Maybe steroid or anything else that is suitable for you, the doctor will give it to you. There's no other way out. Ada juga ubat makan untuk kurangkan itching. These are the things lah. Menthol, kalau you tengok banyak dekat market with
Yes,
menthol
betul.
and everything, it doesn't really elevate the symptom tau. Dia macam burning tu masih tengah ada dekat situ, cuma rasa dia lain sikit lah, gate theory lah.
Like
Dia
ada
rasa
cooling sensation.
yes,
macam
cooling
tu.
macam tu je. It's not like stopping what is happening
So
actually.
kita sabar je lah. Macam
Go see your doctor, get a treatment cream immediately. But like my patients, diorang akan ada satu treatment cream yang saya dah bancuh dalam fridge dia. Habis top up. Because I see them once a month. So habis dia orang datang top up. So treatment cream tu memang ada kat situ. So tiba-tiba dah ada flare, immediately they put the treatment cream. Within 3 days the flare dah okay. Then you go back to maintenance. Yang penting diorang dah faham your treatment plan tu lebih daripada doktor, you have to understand your body. So my patients, that's where I train them.
So the most important part is like maintenance.
Yes.
Lepas tu know your triggers.
You know your triggers.
Once get triggers, you treatment.
treatment, immediately jump into the treatment. Yes. Yeah.
Alright, okay, alright. Oh, I ada satu soalan ni. I tak pernah tanya rasa ni before this. Okay. Adakah eczema ni ada kena mengena dengan your punya immune?
Yeah. It's immune mediated. Sebab tu benda tu bukan semata-mata just allergy, just dry skin. No. There's a lot of immune in play. Okay, macam IgG, as I say, all the inflammatory markers will go up. Of course, there's some immune system also related. Yeah. And another thing is gut health, probiotics. If you see there's a huge market there. They will say, kalau ada eczema, banyaklah probiotik, ni ambil beli ni, beli tu. Do you know in the probiotics also, some probiotics are for some problem specific. Okay, for better skin is different, for eczema is different, for
okay.
memory is different, for IBS is different. Which is more studied? Which one will work better? So ada je yang untuk eczema. So for those who want probiotic untuk eczema, try to find probiotic yang memang telah di research lah untuk eczema.
Usually macam mana? Like dia ada
Normally-
nama dia ke?
Yes, we will normally give the recommendations to our patient. They'll buy it from pharmacy.
Alright, okay. Doktor ada tak like a simple tips and tricks lah, okay, for those who have eczema, apa step by step yang diorang kena buat? Like itu satu, and then ada tak like macam home remedies ke yang diorang boleh apply, okay, dalam diorang punya routine? Like for example, like macam I pernah dengar minum ulung tea, makan supplement tu, supplement ni, other than like your treatment, your maintenance, skincare and everything. So okay, doktor ada tak like kita like make it short, okay, before kita maybe masuk next episode kita akan cerita lebih detail.
Okay. Firstly tadi kita cakap kan, benda yang fast food, very sweet, kita jauhkan. Sebab dia akan lebih terukkan dan lebih meradangkan. Ada tak benda yang akan make it all better for you? Yes, oolong tea, green tea. Okay, this thing memang akan bantu. Vitamin E, vitamin B, vitamin D, sangat penting. Really helps a lot with the skin and all. Omega 3 akan bantu juga. You need good amount of protein in your food untuk maintenance of your skin and collagen. Okay, oils, olive oil will work good. Some of the babies, I even ask them to drink 1 teaspoon of olive oil once a day. Akan bantu juga. So these are the things for skin health generally yang akan bantu untuk patient yang ada eczema to feel better. There are some study about certain supplements, tapi what I mentioned just now is the top.
Alright, okay, alright. Thank you so much, Doctor. Okay,
Most welcome.
for I rasa macam banyak input kita dapat hari ni. I rasa tak cukup lagi.
Yeah,
Okay, there's a lot of questions that I akan tanya. Okay, maybe next episode lah.
Sure.
Alright, okay. Yeah. So for those yang dekat rumah, kalau you guys have any other questions related to eczema ataupun any concern about health and everything lah, okay, just drop your comment below. Okay, so kita akan jumpa lagi pada next week. Bye-bye.